Hey guys, today we're going to be making a enemy AI. This is very useful, especially if you're like making a little game where you want an enemy to come at you if there's like a certain distance to it. This is perfect for that. So we're just making a backdrop here. Just had it gray. I made a gray backdrop here, as you can see. I want to make sure it's centered always. And then add our characters. So let's make a new sprite. We're gonna call it player. We're gonna call it player. And we're gonna do the exact same thing over here. We're gonna call it player. Excellent. Now, all we're gonna do here is choose a color. I'm gonna make it blue, so we're gonna turn the saturation all the way up, make it a nice dark blue color, and actually I want it to have an outline, so we're gonna go over here, and it doesn't have to have an outline, but I kind of want it to, so you could just, I'm gonna set it to 10. Voila, our little man person. Yeah. Square dude. That's what we're gonna call him. Square dude. Yeah, it can be really anything you want. This is just like, you're just making squares just cause. We're gonna give him some eyes. I'm gonna give him circle eyes. Then again, it can be any kind you want. Just gonna make them nice white circles and put them in here. I'm just going to duplicate this by duplicating it, putting it over here, and then yeah, that's our eyes. So we're just gonna leave it like that. We also kind of want it to have it to where they can move whenever you move them around. Their eyes are gonna be over here. Yeah. Then again, this is like extremely optional. You don't really have to do this, but I kind of like it to be that way. Great. So, excellent. Now we have that. Oh, I want to do one more thing for when the player's looking down. So we're just going to go over here, make it so that they can look down. Great. Now we're just going to add some code to our character. Okay. I'm going to change this there. We're going to say, we're just going to add a when green flag clicked. Obviously, we're going to when green flag clicked forever. If you go to sensing category and say if key pressed, right arrow key, change X by 10. Change X by 10. And we're just going to duplicate this and put it over here. First, we're just going to scale our character down because he's kind of big as he is. So we're just going to scale him down to, let's say, 20. Yeah, that's much better. Then again, I think it's a little too small, so we're going to take it up to, let's say, 40. Yeah, that's better. It could be as small as you want, just so you know. It could really be any size. Great. So now let's see what we got. Let's play it and forgot. Great. Our character can move, but it's not moving the other direction. Why? Because we have to put -10 here. -10. Excellent. And we're going to change this to left arrow, and now we can see we can move him around. Excellent. Now we can't move him up and down, so we're just going to duplicate this, except this time up arrow key, and instead of change X by 10, we're going to say change Y by 10. So we're going to go over here and say change Y by 10. Just gonna duplicate this now. Left, right, left, down arrow key. Change Y by 10. -10. Okay, great. Now let's start with the AI. Now we can move our player around like this, like so. You can move up and down. Great. Now we're going to duplicate this character, except this time this is going to be the enemy. Okay, this is going to be how this is going to be the exciting part, because this is how we're going to make the AI. All we're going to do here is make this red. That's really it. Just going to make this red. Go here, make this red. Make this one red, the same thing for that. Or I could be really any color you want. I'm just distinguishing that this is the enemy that you're going to try to beat. This to red. And the last one, select it, turn it red. Excellent. Now this is our red character. I'm going to switch his costume for a second. Oh, the last thing, I forgot to do something. All we have to do here is switch costume to costume 2. Switch costume to... It's really all we're doing is telling it if the arrow key is pressed, switch costume. What does costume 2 do? Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, costume 2 makes it look that way. Then we press the right arrow key, we want it to go to costume 2. So whenever we push the up arrow key, we want it to go to costume 4, right? Exactly. And whenever it pushes the left arrow key, we want it to switch to costume 3, and the last one, costume 5. Nice. So let's see if all this works. Oh, forgot. Excellent. Now, they work. Except this time, except we don't want to put the exact same code for the enemy. So all the code that we just put in for the enemy, just delete all of that, okay? Because he's not going to have any of that code. So, just so you know, he's not going to have any of that code. So we're going to start from the enemy and just delete all of it. Just going to delete all that code. I'm just going to say this is how it's going to have AI here. We're just going to say go to player. Okay? We're going to say when green flag is clicked, point in direction, move 10 steps, point in direction of player. Point towards player. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it point in direction of player. So now when the green flag is clicked, it's going to point in the direction of the player. Why isn't this working? Because we have to put a forever block over this. We're going to put a forever block over it. Yes, he's always pointing to the direction of the player. You know why this is so good? Because whenever we're moving, see, he's always pointing to us. See? Now that is how we're going to make the AI. See how this is working? If he's always pointing at us and moving, that we're going to take this down to 6 because, you know, just to make sure that you don't just die immediately so that you're faster than him. That might be a little too slow, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're just going to say if touching player. See how this is working? This is how this is going to work. We're going to say if when green flag is clicked, if touching player, if touching player, change, no, stop all for now. just gonna push stop all inside of there. And we can see that as soon as we click the green flag, he's gonna be after us, and if he touches us, the game should stop. But it's not. Why is that? Because we didn't put a forever block over this. Have to put a forever block over this to make sure that it's always checking forever. See, it stopped the game because it was touching. Now we're gonna see. Let me see. Now if I let him touch me, the game stops. Now that's cool. You can add an end screen. I'm actually gonna add a score here. So we're gonna say we're just gonna make a new sprite. Gonna paint a new sprite here. And we're gonna call this. What are we gonna call this sprite? Well, we really don't have to call it anything. We're not gonna. This is just gonna be. We're gonna make a variable, okay? We're gonna make this variable. We're gonna call it score. We're gonna call it score, and it's gonna be for this sprite only. Okay, so we're gonna say if. So we're gonna say. What we're gonna say is set score to 0. So we're going to say when green flag is clicked, set score to 0. And say wait 1 second. Then change score by 1. We're going to put a forever block over all this. We're going to say wait 1 second, change score by 1. Let's see if that works. Not working. Why is that? Change, because this is changing my variable, not score. Have to make sure that we switch this to score. That's how we're gonna make this work. So we're gonna say whenever we start the green flag. Why isn't this working? Yeah, we're done. Now see how it changes the score every single time? Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's how this is gonna work. So basically, if you get touched by it, then actually we didn't get touched by it. What happened? If touching player, yeah. So that's how it's basically gonna work. You can set the score. Instead of wait 1 second, you could say wait 0.1 seconds. You could say wait 0.01 seconds. Then play that. And then see how it's constantly changing your score. And then you can add a high score. So you can say, you can make a new variable. You can call this high score. Actually, no. We're gonna. Well, yeah. You can add a high score. You can make new variables. You can call it high score. You can set. Yeah, that'll be how you can make that. So yeah, that's how you make a cool Scratch game with enemy AI.